What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Jess, and welcome to another Madden 15 online wager match. Today, we are playing for 92 Vince Wilfork, and going up against an opponent who I have played before and have beaten before, but he's definitely a good player and somebody who plays me very, very, very well. Definitely a tough matchup. This is before we got Night Train Lane, so I think I'm going to show a couple gameplays before we got Night Train Lane, and then I'm going to upload the season that we got with him. So, yeah, definitely, that right there was a weird start to the game, right? So, he runs New Orleans playbook, which is, playbook that a lot of people run. They sit in pistol trips, and it is a difficult playbook to try and stop because there's a lot of things they can go to. Here's one of the plays, which is cross drags, which is a very popular play, on top of PA fork, on top of counters and strong powers. And it's just a formation that you have no idea, like he breaks away from the sack right there. You have no idea what to expect. It's really, really, really tough to stop this playbook, especially if, you got somebody who's a good player, know what they're doing, and just switches it up on you. Which just makes it difficult. Right here, it does a good job of reading the flats right there. Beautiful double juke towards the outside, and he ends up scoring on his first possession. I already knew that it was going to be a tough game. Like I said, we have played before, and he was very difficult to stop on the first time we played. So, first play of the game right here. We won. We're ball. We hit the outside, and just like that, he is gone on the very first offensive play for us. So that right there was definitely a beautiful way to start the game. Score on just one quick play, put him back on offense. The more plays that, he's able to run, obviously the better for me to be able to try and force some mistakes. So, let's see if we can get something going right there. Looks like Terrell Suggs was in position to put a hand up or something, but doesn't do anything. Right here is exactly what we want. Just a must-pass situation, and we forced a sack. So that right there was big, stopping the first couple runs that he did, putting him in a third and long situation where I pretty much knew that he was going to pass right there. Right here, look at Devin Hester right there scoring on the punt return. So that right there was another big boost of momentum. Now, we scored just off of 2 times touching the ball. So here we go, back again on defense. And, like I said, if we can make him to be, one-dimensional, it's a little easier for us. I do have to worry about the strong power and the counter, so that makes it a little tougher to try and, get some stops. Right there just does a beautiful job of hitting me with the verticals out of that formation where the seam route right up in between receiver goes, straight, while it's like a very, not really a wheel route, but just kind of a wheel. I don't know. It's a weird angle route on top of, that vertical, play that kind of goes straight, and then it turns into like a slant going over the middle. So right here, we try to go to the face catch with Calvin. We do get it. Everything was big, putting us in field goal range right there. Right here, we scroll, we looking, and Steve Young misses the throw. So on 2nd and 10 right here, we need a big play. We try to go up to Calvin, and he comes down with the snag. Definitely a throw of desperation. Figure, why not? Let's try the end zone one time before we got to go on ahead and kick a field goal. And we actually come away with the touchdown. So that right there is huge because we do receive ball at halftime. So that right there could potentially put us up 2 possessions if we do end up scoring right here on this drive. So, we got the one stop we needed. We thankfully ended up scoring right before halftime. So right here, we could potentially put the game away if we're able to score. Now, mind you, he hasn't really, been on defense too long. I was able to score in, the one running play, and then just that one play, the punt return. Right here, really quickly underneath. Right here, we're going for it, and I try a quick comeback route, and it was just snagged, and just a bad play by me. And he's in great position to go on ahead and tie the game. But right there, don't test that user. Big play by us. Nice little bait right there. We ended up faking him, thinking we were going towards the right, and then we came back around, wrapped around for that crossing route, coming away with the interception, and we end up scoring on that pick 6. So it's kind of like that interception we threw never even happened. Kind of like we scored on our first offensive possession, right? So here we go, up 2 possessions right here. He's going deep downfield, and thankfully we're able to break that up. Whenever I get a one-on-one matchup over there on either side, I get a little worried as we drop a pick right there. 3rd and 10. Good job right there going underneath and picking up the first down. Something about one-on-one situations where I just always get nervous. Even though I got some of the better cornerbacks in the game, I still get face caught on pretty often, and it's not something I like. Right here, nice play by him. That was actually my fault. I called the man-to-man play, and that was my responsibility. And I rarely call man, so I wasn't really paying attention to who my assignment was, and that's my fault. Right there, another pass over the middle that he just kind of forced right there, and we end up just being at the right place at the right time. Right there, he ends up doing a run commit, and we end up just throwing to Calvin Johnson, who's wide open. So right now, it's 35-14, and we definitely have a commanding lead. And this is exactly, where it is we want to be. Get ourselves a nice, comfortable lead and, hopefully make him one-dimensional and, try and play it from there. But he's actually running the ball. Something, I'm not expecting. I figure he needs to score in bunches at this point for him to try and come back. He goes over the top and broken up right there. 3rd and 9 coming out of under the center right there. Nice little pass underneath to Welker, and he ends up picking up the first down. Again, he does another run play, and I'm not calling any type of run stop. I don't really have run stop defense, but, I'm definitely coming out in packages to try and stop the pass, but he's sneaking in some runs. But he's also, at this point, just, I believe he was calling, what is it? True clock. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't get it out, but true clocking, and he pretty much understood that the game was pretty much over. Right there, he did not get the first down. So right here we run with Bo, and right there's pretty much a game. So we end up winning the game with what started off as a rough start. His offense doing pretty well, and like I said, he has a tough offense, and that playbook is tough to stop. But we made some adjustments, made some key plays, and came away with the victory. Hopefully you guys enjoy. It's your boy GS. We're gonna go ahead and be signing out. Peace.